Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast.
I thought for today's After the Show podcast, let's dig a little deeper into some of these stories that we barely touched on in 3 Things to Know this week, and then the ones that didn't make it to 3 Things to Know, because there's so much interesting stuff going on. A lot of it around the Super Bowl. Super Bowl Sunday is this weekend. It's on NBC and Peacock and NFL Plus and all of that. There's so much about it. If you don't have a team in this, if you're only team food or if you're only team commercials, there's something for everybody. There's entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, Charlie Puth is bringing the national anthem, Bad Bunny for the halftime show. And, you know, like we said today, he's promising you don't have to speak, you know, the language to understand that it's about a party and a feel good. The only thing you have to understand is dance. It's going to be a lot of movement and a lot of celebration of Puerto Rican culture. So look for a really fun halftime show. And again, that's always only like 11 minutes.
Yeah.
That time frame does not change. 11 minutes of your life, and it's one of those big things. And we've seen other artists, you know, do it, and there's always something to talk about after.
Have you heard any rumors about other guests?
No, that's on the low. They've been tight-lipped about are there any guests, special guests, I guess you'd say, cameos. They don't think about it. Sometimes when that happens, it's fantastic. I want to say, did Bruno Mars have Beyonce, or did Beyonce have Bruno Mars? Sometimes it's a surprise, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
But I want to say Rihanna did not. And I loved that. She just owned the stage for 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Remember? She didn't have a special guest. So
Well,
no
surprises
idea.
cost money, so.
And time.
Yeah.
Surprises cost time. If you got 11 minutes and you have a big enough catalog or you have plans, you may not want to share that spotlight. And if you've reached the point as an entertainer where you have been invited to be the Super Bowl, if you've earned that, you may want to use your 11 minutes. You know, he reserves that right. So we'll see what happens. The other thing I was excited about, and I know I mentioned it more than once, I think this is cool because I like the whole ceremony. Murphy knows this. I always watch the Super Bowl, no matter what, at least from America the Beautiful and then that national anthem and the coin toss and all of that. It was something I did as a little girl with my dad. We always watched it no matter what. And it's exciting. I got excited because he was excited.
Yeah.
And so it's just an annual ritual that I watch it. And, you know, John Bon Jovi will be introducing the Patriots before they take the field. And it reminds you, you forget about that there's always some big name that has the honor of introducing the team that has made it to this game.
Yeah.
So John Bon Jovi is doing that. He's a longtime Patriots fan. He's going to hype up the crowd. He's good friends with the owner, Robert Kraft of the Patriots. And he's, you know, friends also with Bill Belichick, apparently, who was a former Pats coach, we know. And then Chris Pratt, who was raised in Seattle, and it's his hometown NFL team, is going to announce the Seahawks.
Right.
Okay.
So those are 2 big names. And then I rewind back to last year, and I remember Bradley Cooper. And it's true. Bradley Cooper announced the Eagles taking the field last
big
year.
Eagles fan.
Huge. And I remember going, I forgot Bradley was going to be there. And he looks so great. And it's just kind of a little exciting.
Even in the commercials he's done this year for the Super Bowl, he's got his Eagles hat on.
He's a diehard Eagles fan. And yeah, I like the way he just brings that to everything. John Hamm introduced the Chiefs last year. I didn't forget. I don't know if you guys did, but I didn't forget that. So that's another little just thing to look forward to. And we know there's a lot of commercials like, it's weird because some commercials will hit if you're even interested in advertising and marketing, it really is the event of the year. When I took
For a $7 million investment, yes,
Right.
it is. Per commercial.
When I took advertising classes in college, I remember our professor, he was fascinated with it because then it was like $1 million or $2 million for a minute. And he broke it down. He said, that's the cheapest advertising there is. If you're a national company, if you're Coca-Cola, Budweiser, whatever. He explained to us that if you don't spend another cent the rest of the year, which most of these companies do, but if you don't spend another cent annually on advertising, it's your best, you know, investment because of the reach.
Yeah.
And that he used that Super Bowl ad, you know, example to teach us about a media buy and why you have to buy not just for targeting, but for reach.
Well, I would say it's one of the few events left that's a live destination event.
Correct.
Where that actually is still the truth, where people are going to be captive for most of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so because the the world has changed, but
Yeah.
there's nothing larger really than the Super Bowl.
I'm looking forward to the Grubhub ad with it's Grubhub for Clooney.
Grubhub is Clooney because they're doing no more fees.
Right, that's not the one I'm looking forward to. I'm looking
Uber
for
Eats is Bradley Cooper and Matthew
Matthew
McConaughey.
McConaughey.
Okay.
Yeah. And by the
So
way,
funny.
I haven't tried this, but the Uber Eats commercial, okay, if you bring up the Uber Eats app, you can go on there and make your own Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
I haven't tried this because it's like, yeah, whatever.
You don't want to create anything right now.
It's Bradley and Matthew and like 5 or 6 other stars, and you can pick the ones you want to make your own commercial. I don't know how they do it. I haven't tried it.
You can play with it this weekend.
Maybe you can play with it.
Yeah, if you're an aspiring filmmaker, you've got that laid in. You've got a structure that started. That's kind of cool. 50 Cent doing a commercial for DoorDash that's called The Big Beef. And it's all these subtle, I guess, swipes at P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows he has real beef. And it's just, to me, that's funny. That one's online if you want to go see it. Sabrina Carpenter is in a Pringles commercial.
Yeah.
The Clydesdales are back for Budweiser.
Man, the Clydesdales and Freebird, that is going to be fun.
It's a Clydesdale with an eagle. And, of course, there's AI involved, right?
Yeah.
They weren't able to get a bald eagle to do that, obviously, but
That's not
beautiful.
That's not their first animal interaction commercial, though.
Remember the puppy?
Mm-hmm. Sweet as could be.
I know. I think that's a good lesson, too. They have stayed true with the Clydesdales commercials. Some of the Budweiser ads are just funny, like beer drinking, but the Clydesdale is more about the brand.
They have done the best of both worlds. I mean, they've understood the emotional component. It's Budweiser has always brought the emotional spot and the funny, one way or the other. Mm-hmm. But didn't they stop doing Clydesdales for a couple of years until they realized, wait,
they did,
now everybody's missing it, bring them back?
Right, we're missing the heart.
Yeah.
And it's like, as soon as I see the Clydesdale, I will just stop and watch every second of that commercial.
Yeah.
Because they usually really do. They make you feel something. It makes you feel something.
Yeah.
It's a beer commercial.
They're beautiful horses, and just that there's something very regal about that. I don't know. It's
the tradition.
Yeah.
And it's the storytelling. I'm just telling you, that's their brand. That's the best job they do with brand all year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I
They
just
also,
love that.
Other Anheuser-Busch, they have Mick Ultra, and that's Kurt Russell.
Oh, right. Oh,
Skiing.
I forgot. Oh, my God.
And
Murphy. You know I love Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell in Tombstone is literally my favorite thing ever in cinema. But he's being, a baddie like Kurt on the slopes. And I don't want to say anything else, but that's one to look for.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Bud Light is Peyton Manning and Post Malone and Shane Gillis.
But I will say this. Of all the little hints we have and things that we are telling you right now, my favorite is when you don't know what's coming and then one of them surprises you. Some agency somewhere, some company has not released it yet, and they're waiting till Sunday to release it, and then they'll air it again, like through the Olympics. For the next 2 weeks on NBC, we have Olympic coverage.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you are buying that Super Bowl time, you also maybe get that thrown in.
Well, and I also think it's interesting that commercials for the Super Bowl have become you don't want. So many businesses are putting them out in advance just so you can see them, but some people really don't want what they call the spoilers. It's really funny to me that commercials now can have spoilers too,
If I guess it's a difficult spot to be in. If you are Budweiser, Murphy, and you're a businessman and you have a great Clydesdale ad, do you want to release it the week of so it gets some buzz, knowing that some people will just hear that it's good but not actually go see it? And that way you get a little more life out of your work.
I think it's smart, and many that will not release the whole thing, but will just give you a preview and then save the ending to the Super Bowl is really smart. Mm-hmm. And then eventually, after the Super Bowl, it needs to live more than once.
Agreed. I agree. It does. Would you like to dig into a couple of the other 3 things to know stories that didn't quite make it this week because we only have 3 at a time to go for? We've been putting GoPro cameras on like cats and dogs just for fun, as long as GoPros
when
have been around.
When you say we, you don't mean you and I.
Oh,
you
I'm
mean
sorry.
just in general as a
People.
society. Yeah.
You can log on and watch lots of GoPro cameras.
So you guys haven't tried it yet?
No.
Unbelievably so, Murphy.
Well, you think I should strap my GoPro
I'm
to
surprised
camp?
that you never have strapped a camera on one of our pets.
The reason I never thought about that, especially on our small dogs, it just doesn't seem like it would be fair. I know you can do it in a way that doesn't hurt anybody, but yeah.
Are they heavy?
I mean, I think the GoPros that they're not the heaviest, but they're heavier than they should be on some dogs, probably.
No, I'm about letting my dog be a dog. I don't even like to,
It's funny.
put
The
bows on
cat
them or anything.
videos are the ones especially because they're so erratic and all over the place.
Yeah.
I really
and they
wanted
talk
to,
the whole time.
I really wanted to talk
Yeah.
about this because it's fascinating to me. So this is the story. Washington State University attached GoPro cameras to 12 different grizzly bears in Alaska for several months.
How do you get a camera on a grizzly
I
bear?
guess see,
Very
that's-
carefully.
Yeah.
I guess you have them
Sedated.
sedated, and then they wake up and they're gone. Grizzly bears are scary to me, right? If you have an encounter with a grizzly, are you walking away from that? Not likely. So I'm just saying. So they wanted to take a look inside how they live, what they eat when they're not hibernating. We know what they do when they're hibernating. That's no fun to watch. So anyway, they watched the bears. They mostly ate dead carcasses when it's cold out. They also go after baby caribou, which is sad, but it's a food chain thing.
Yeah.
Just telling you what the research showed, what the results showed. And then when the weather warms up, they eat vegetables and vegetation and
Oh,
stuff
really?
like that. Yeah.
No, I would have thought they were all carnivore.
Me
or
too,
meat
all the
eaters.
time. Me too, all the time.
Hmm.
It's crazy. If you Google, maybe you'll see some of those video snippets if the university released any.
If I want to see some
Yeah.
of them.
Did they
Okay.
really any videos like showing them all getting together and playing poker or anything? Something that would go, oh my God, look.
Look, I love wildlife cameras.
Yeah.
I will log on sometimes just for fun to see those eagle nest cams, the rattlesnake den cams. It's beautiful and crazy. You know what I would really like one day, Murphy? We need to get one of those cameras, the bird feeder cameras, at our house. You know they exist, right?
I mean, I guess I would. I
It's a
haven't
little
really thought
camera
about it.
on the feeder. You
Yeah.
put and you get to literally watch the bird eat it.
Yeah, my son Sammy got one for Christmas for his
Oh.
birthday, and he put it up, and he's shown me some of the. It's great because the birds come up and
They're right in
peck
front
and
of the
they eat,
camera.
and the squirrels come and they jump on it and they're eating stuff, and
Oh, he sends you little snippets?
yeah,
Squirrels
I
don't
need to-
knock the camera off.
I want to see some
they
of
just
that.
steal the food.
I want to see some of that. Let's see. And one last story that I wanted to share. This is something we have never thought of, but is certainly possible. And I know you won't enjoy hearing this, Murphy, since you are truly claustrophobic. Have you ever thought while you're going through the car wash, what would happen if I got trapped in here or stuck in here?
No,
Me either. I've never, ever, ever had that thought.
I don't know. I mean, you'd open the door and walk out and say, "Hey guys, it's not
You
working."
leave your car?
well, it's not like you're lost.
There was a woman
It's
Yeah.
only
who
a
was
50-foot length where it's going to be. you
Yeah,
know?
right. Yeah.
There's a woman who got trapped. Her name is Felicia. She left work because she was feeling sick and needed to go home, like stomach bug stuff. And I don't know why she went through the car wash, but she went through the car wash. There were no employees present, and she got stuck in there.
Oh.
And she got stuck in there. And doors were locked, no employees. She was in there for more than an hour before she was rescued. I guess somebody came back for lunch and was like, oh, there's a car in here.
So that means what, the water jets didn't shut off or something?
I don't have the
I mean,
specifics of that, but I have never, ever, ever had that thought.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know that it's anything that I would fear. And at some point, if the water kept going, I wouldn't want to get wet. But I think I would step out of the car and go, okay, I got to go tell somebody.
Yeah.
And banging on and she was like stuck in there, I guess, because part of it closed, which I don't ever pay attention to that. Isn't there always an opening?
Both
You can
ends.
see-
Both sides are always open.
Well, this is a different car wash then because she got stuck in it.
It sounds like she went to one of those unmanned ones that you can just pull up, put in your money, and it goes. You know, it's always open 24/7.
Yeah.
So beware of the unmanned ones, the little cautionary tale.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jody podcast.